Hey guys, how's it going? I've just got another unboxing today. This is from InGear, I believe the name is. I got this a few days back. I was waiting for the new camera to arrive. But let's go ahead and dig right into it because as you guys can tell, they definitely hooked us up with cases. There are a good amount of cases. The front said 18 different cases, all for the iPhone 4. So because I haven't been doing a lot of unboxings lately, I decided since this package was massive with cases to go ahead and do a nice unboxing with this to show you guys kind of what's coming up. But let me go ahead and just start on the side over here and pull these cases out, and we'll get everything out and really show you what all they sent. And get all the plastic.
Hopefully back in the box. These are all the same cases. These are the polarized shell. 4 different colors. This is the black, pink, white, and blue. And let's see what else there is. I'm trying not to get all this plastic wrapper all over my desk. And they also sent a jazzy case. That's just not going to work out so well. So let's just get everything out and then get the box out of the way. And I'll just have plastic all over my desk for a minute. Alright, and goodbye. Okay, so what do we have here? We have, first of all, a lot of cases. And there is Flex Grip Edge, Jazzy. I'm going to try to find all the different ones they sent before we go into colors. There's a hybrid, there's Flex Grip. So it looks like there is 5 cases. Actually just 4. There is the Flex Grip Edge, the hybrid shell, there's the polarized shell, and there's also the Jazzy cases. Now each one has their own separate colors, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and open each one of them and give you first impressions on it as soon as I can find 4 of them. And actually, I'm going to do a quick cutaway and get
These organized, and then I'll show you all the colors they come with, and then really just crack them open and show them to you firsthand. Now that we're a bit more organized here and I can actually get to this stuff, let me show you first of all the colors of all these, and then I'll crack into them, each of them. The polarized, as I said previously, has blue, white, pink, and black. The hybrid shell is actually a two-tone. It looks like it's one color on the front and another on the back, so there's a pink and a black back, a solid black all the way around, a white, and it looks like they're actually all black on the back. Yeah, so there's gold, white, pink, black, and yellow, with all of them having black on the back. The Jazzy, which there is 4 colors here that they sent, has a really interesting back actually. I'm actually just going to have to crack these open because it's kind of a peach color, an orange, a blue, and it looks like another black. Yep, and the black is just a two-tone black on the back for coloring. And the Flex Grip Edge seems to be about 6 of these. There's just black, pink, red, kind of a silvery clear color, white, and blue. So let's go ahead and crack right into one of each of these and give you my thoughts on it up front. And we'll start with the Flex Grip Edge. It's more than likely going to be a bumper style case. And let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely a bumper style case, so let's go ahead and actually get into it if I can. Okay, and what comes with it is a decent amount of stuff actually. It looks like you get 2 screen shields, a cleaning cloth, and also just an insert cloth. So you can easily put the screen shields down, even though they really don't help all that much. But let's go ahead and get this on the phone and see thoughts. It definitely does flex around there pretty well, except for that last corner is kind of being a pain. There we go. But getting it on there, it definitely gives it a little bit of a lay on the table design. I'd say at least a 1 millimeter or 2 up there. The buttons are kind of bulky, they're not tactile at all, you really cannot feel the click, very minimal at best. Definitely nicely on the table design. The rails around the edges have kind of a grip to it, so definitely feels good in the hand. It looks like it protects it really well. The headphone port looks nice and open, no issues with the camera, and the bottom is cut out quite nicely also, so this is probably going to be a really good case. And that was the Flex Grip Edge. Let's go ahead and pull that off here, and I'm not quite sure how much any of this cost. I haven't been to the website yet. It's InGearProducts.com. I'll probably just throw up the pricing along the bottom as the video progresses, but let's set this one off to the side here and get the Jazzy case out. And the Jazzy was the one with a nice background, and I actually want to test out the orange because it looks pretty sick. Alright. And they use this glue that's impossible to get undone without just demolishing the case. There we go. Okay, and the orange, I'm not going to actually go through all the interiors of all of them because I'm just going to assume they all come with the same 2 screen shields, the card to lay it down, as well as the cloth. And this one, it's just a jelly type case, and definitely is going to wrap all the way around if I can get it on the thing. These cases are definitely tight fitting to the point where I can barely get it on. I'm actually afraid once I get this on, I'm not going to be able to get it off. There we go, finally. Should not have to struggle that hard to get a case on. But once it's on, it lines up nicely. Again, the buttons are not that tactile. You can feel them very minimally. The silent switch is pretty easy to get to. It's nice cut out. You cannot get to the SIM tray card at all, which really is not a huge issue. But the back on this looks pretty cool. So if this is really anything under 20 bucks, probably something I'll end up recommending just because all the cutouts are there. And it's a pretty sick look. The only really negative is the tactile of the buttons just is not there. But that's for the Jazzy case. And let's see if I can actually get this sucker off my phone now, because it was definitely a pest putting it on. Let's see. I can definitely see that one tearing up screen shields. Okay, that came off easier than it went on, luckily. Let's try the polarized shell, and let's go with blue. I'm sick of black and white, and I really don't want to use pink. And I need a knife for this one. Where it is? There we go. That's interesting. This kind of reminds me of an Ivy Skin case from a long time ago. I believe the Ivy Skin was actually a two-part case. But definitely bulky. The back just has a kind of, well, it just has a plastic covering on it. The buttons are definitely tactile on this one. All of them. There is a little bit of flare here on the side, not too bad though, but it is noticeable. Down here on the bottom, let me focus this up for you guys. You can see the InGear logo. So definitely, I actually really like this. You will have to keep it clean though, because with that plastic you can see any kind of scuffs or crap that gets in there, it's gonna show up. But really kind of impressed with this one already, just for the overall design for the most part. There may be some headphone clearance issues though, just for the fact that some professional style headphones may not fit in that tight enclosure. But that is definitely, of the three I've been through, that's my favorite so far. Because the bottom is nice and soft, so it's very easy to get on the phone, but it has a nice protection along the top ridges as well. And the last one is the hybrid shell. And are any of these somewhat open? They are not. So let's go with MU colors and go black and yellow. I really do not like this glue a lot of companies have been using. I mean, iFrog, Switch Easy, they all use it these days, and it's a pest to get into. Okay, being a hybrid, it means it probably pops up right there. Yep. Alright, so that's different. I actually expected this to be a hard back. That's actually a flexible, soft silicone back. So, not what I was expecting at all, but let's go ahead and throw this in here and see what happens. I'll actually try to get this on here since the other one was such a pest to get on. And this will go just like so. And let's see how this fits together. This really does not fit together that well at all, in fact. This almost well, not almost. This really reminds me of the spec fitted, but not as well made, because I can't even get that to snap together right there. Let me see. And I really don't want to force it onto my phone any more than I already am. Yeah, that just does not want to fit together right there for some reason. Let me try putting it on from that angle. See if that will help. There we go. And now that one's going to give me issues. Yeah, I am not a big fan, because really it's just the silicone, there's tabs on there that's holding it together, and it seems like it would just fall apart really easy. So if you drop this, it's probably not going to do that well for you, because my feeling this front piece is going to pop off pretty easily. It feels like a pretty thin piece of plastic that would snap fairly easy even just by itself. But aside of that, it has a nice lay on the table design. Again, unfortunately no tactile feelings with the keys, so let me pull my phone contacts off of there. But if you pull them up, it's going to not do the best thing. You can hear it, but you can't actually feel it, which is the kind of an odd thing. Again, there's going to be some headphone and port issues just for the fact that it is an extremely small cutout. Getting to the silent switch on this one is a little bit more difficult. You will have to use your fingertips. The bottom cutout is nicely open still, but unfortunately just the way this goes together, it doesn't seem to be, well, maybe it is. Yeah, once it's together, it actually stays together extremely well. It's just actually getting it together that first time was a pain. But that being the case, even then the front is pretty flimsy, so I'm not exactly excited to have this on my phone for the next week or so, but I will definitely try it out. I like the fact that the back has a nice, soft, smooth feel to it. The silicone is definitely something I've not seen before with a two-piece case on the back. But overall, I mean, some of these cases seem pretty good. Some of them I'm kind of iffy about, especially this one, which is the hybrid shell. But I'll let you guys know. The polarized definitely seems to be my favorite so far, but I'm definitely not going to be keeping any of these, so you guys know the new giveaways thing. If you comment on videos, I'll just reach out to you. Simple as that. So, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I want to thank the guys over at InGear for sending all this out to me. This was a huge load to send to me. So, a lot of this will be going out to you guys. And, yeah, it's pretty much going to wrap this up. This was Nick. Definitely go check them out. It's just ingearproducts.com. But, guys, this is Nick, and I will see you all in the next video.